Subscribe to Maan Mahila Ka and hit the bell icon for more such videos.
Greetings from Maan Mahila Ka and welcome, ma'am. We would like to know about you yourself. Please tell us.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is Dr. Shauli Mukherjee from Kolkata. I have been into the educational sector for more than 20 years now. I have been the principal of 3 international schools of repute in West Bengal. And among them, 2 schools had been exclusively founded by me as the founder principal. And one among them happens to be the first STEM school in West Bengal, which was eventually awarded for being the second best international day school in West Bengal. Currently, I am the Director of Education and Dean of Student Affairs at one of the premier universities in Eastern India. Additionally, I am also the Executive Director Curriculum at Charles Walter Society for Innovation and Research. I'm the Brand Ambassador and State Educational Advisor from West Bengal for Wednesday Times, the National Advisor of Sports Academy Association of India, one of the patrons of India Power Talk, Chairperson of the Education Board of Hope Ambassadors and Childcare Organization, Advisory Board Member of Indo-Canada Education Council, Advisory Board Member of the Talk Room, Ambassador and Academic Advisor of Women Reform Organization, and Chief of Institute Northeast of Indian Golf Circuit. I also represent the Global Edu Leaders Forum as the National Executive Member from West Bengal. As a thought leader, I have been associated with premier educational organizations across India as well as abroad in senior advisory capacity. And as a motivational speaker, I almost frequently and regularly speak in national and international conferences, summits, events, and forums on topics pertaining to education and allied issues. I have also been, the recipient of several awards and accolades. I have been felicitated for an outstanding doctoral thesis in English literature by the ex-governor of West Bengal, recipient of Edu Excellence Certification of Professional Achievement in Education in 2015, recipient of Certificate of Achievement by Education Today for exemplary contribution to the field of education, recipient of the National Quality Excellence Awards 2017, recipient of Brainfeed School Excellence Awards 2017 and 2018. I had also been nominated for Excellence in Instructional Leadership from the entire Eastern region of India by NDTV Education Awards 2018. Recipient of Gem of India Award, recipient of National Education Leadership Award 2018 in the category of Commitment to Excellence in Education. Peerless ABP Pratibha Swikriti Award 2019, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan Award 2020, Gurupnishad Samman 2020, Guru Varya Samman 2021, and Bharatiya Ganatantra Samman Republic India Honor 2021.
Absolutely amazing and indeed glorious is your journey. Moving ahead, we believe that there are certain temperamentals, certain tendencies, and complementals that pave your way to success. So, what is your success mantra?
I always believe in one thing, that if you work with a sense of greater purpose and with an intention of creating a visible and meaningful difference, and work with a lot of commitment and conviction, success will follow. So, that greater purpose about which I spoke right now is a kind of a strong magnet that pulls people towards your vision, and a wonderful journey of success commences.
Okay. Amazing. Moving on to the next question. So you must have faced certain challenges in your life journey. Would you like to mention upon some challenges?
See, I always believe in one thing, that potential and great opportunities in life often come disguised in the form of challenges. So it depends on us basically. It depends on our perspective, how you look at things in life. So whether those challenges which are coming your way, whether that's going to make you a victor or a victim, whether that's going to make you bitter or better. So that all depends on our perspectives and on the way in which we look at things. Setting up and founding the first STEM school in West Bengal was definitely not an easy task, especially when you're trying to do something innovative and progressive. Uh, you know, Trying to challenge the status quo, challenging things which are almost redundant and obsolete, and trying not to fit in with the standards that society has long set for you. So, especially in the education sector, where you have to deal with the mindsets of all kinds of people, the educators, the teachers, the parents, and the larger community, which comes with a lot of, mental resistance towards change. So, definitely the journey had not been very smooth or very easy. But what I believe in is that if your purpose and if your intention is absolutely focused, and you know that this is what you're going to do, and whatever you're going to achieve that is going to bring about a lot of good for the people around you, you ultimately will do it. And that is exactly what had happened. And the school had really done very well, where the happiness quotient of the children had risen like anything. And it was also eventually awarded as the second best international day school in West Bengal.
That's great. Kudos to your hard work.
Thank
Um,
you.
next, I would like to know if any social change you want to make in the society.
Social change, definitely. I, being an educator, I would always, say something which belongs to the education domain. So, uh, I believe that, in order to bring about or in order to expect any kind of social change, first of all, we have to be the enablers and we have to be the influencers, in order to drive that change, which will ultimately bring out that positive outcome. So, if you see the widening gap between academia and industry, which the system which churns out a lot of job seekers rather than job creators, the system of standardized testing, which is so very much prevalent, which relies heavily on conformity and compliance and gives very little weightage on a child's creativity and innovation, the system's excessive weightage on intelligence quotient and neglecting the other kinds of quotient, that is, emotional quotient, happiness quotient, passion quotient, spiritual, social quotient, adversity quotient. So, all this, what has happened is basically it has taken the joy out of the learning system, and it has turned the entire teaching learning process into a very mechanical process. So, this is exactly what has happened. I definitely do envision a reframed and reimagined educational structure or educational system where every child will be happy doing whatever they want to do. And, the learning will be fun, activity oriented, experiential, stress free. and where each and every child's innate creative genius, individuality, uniqueness will be nurtured and harnessed to the fullest potential in order to help evolve the child into the very best, the very highest, and the very truest version of himself or herself. That is what I want to see in to see happening in the society. But as I told you, that definitely people in the educational fraternity and in the larger community, they all have to come together in order to turn it into a visible reality.
You're such a iconic personality. So I would like to know your inspiration for what you are today.
Well, I won't, you may call it inspiration, but I would like to term them as powerful triggers. You see, for me, it has been a powerful trigger that the fallacies which are embedded in the current educational system have always acted as a very, very strong and powerful trigger from time to time to induce in me new ways of thinking and new ways of doing things. So, if I can just, give you an example of one or two things of what I mean by the fallacies which are embedded in the system. So, right from the very childhood, we give a lot of value and importance to the spirit of competition for a child, that you have to compete, you have to come first, right? Though in the real world, the two essential skill sets which are required to thrive in 21st century happens to be collaboration and cooperation. But we give a lot of value and importance to competition on the other hand. So this is one of the fallacies. The second, I can mention that we always ask the child to draw or color within the lines. But on the contrary, we expect the child to become out of the box thinker when he or she grows up. Then, there is a system, there is always a kind of a system in the educational structure, in the present educational structure, where we give a lot of weightage when children come up with the right answer, but we don't value, or there is not a single exercise in the educational structure which values if the child comes up with one thoughtful and meaningful question. You see, so these have always acted as very powerful triggers for me to question why these things are happening, and definitely to do something about it, to bring certain visible differences in the system. And with my limited capacity, I have tried to bring about certain changes, maybe small, but I have tried. And I always have a kind of a combined mindset of a beginner's mindset. When I say a beginner's mindset, I am very, very flexible to changes which are happening around me. And at the same time, I'm very, very responsive to the new kinds of learning. Along with that, I always have a challenging and a questioning spirit to challenge things which have become redundant, obsolete, and outmoded, but are still continuing in the space. So I think this combination of a beginner's mindset and a challenging spirit and these powerful triggers from time to time, they have actually, given that spur to me to continue the kind of work that I've always wanted to do and am still doing.
Great words from a great educator. Moving
Thank
on to the last of the session. Ma'am, we would like to know any message that you would like to give to the audience who will be watching us.
you. Yeah, of course, definitely. I would like to say that it's not important what society expects out of women. It is very, very important for us to realize what we expect out of us. That is very important. So, be it personal success or professional success, we will truly succeed the day we realize and embrace the fact that the real fight is never outside, the real fight is always within us. So, if we can actually realize and understand this, there is no end to our success. It can be professional, it can be personal, it can be at any level. There is a Wonder Woman within all of us who has a power to create, to nurture, and to transform. And each and every time a woman stands for herself, she actually stands for all the women. And I would also like to say that we must remember that the hand that rocks the cradle, the mother, the procreator, the woman, she is ultimately the one who shapes the destiny of the civilization. So keep doing the wonderful work that you are doing and believe in yourself. Success is sure to come.
Amazing, amazing thought process. And since we have ended with the questions, I would like to thank you for giving out your time, precious time for us. Indeed, the session got late, and I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but thank you so much, ma'am, for being with us. And wish you more power, more success for your future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure for me to be on this platform and interacting with you. Thank you.
Thank you.